Years ago, I made a video where I stated one thing in particular, and that was that GoPro made an excellent pass-through door. This was one of GoPro's best inventions, in my opinion, and I can't tell you how happy GoPro were with that video. Sure, they spent hundreds of millions of dollars, researching the very best cameras in the world, the best way to make the software function, and I praised their door. So today, we're going to review something that's kind of interesting, something that piqued my interest, and yes, it's another GoPro door. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is DemonView. Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I do appreciate you tuning in. Yes, it's been a while, but I've had some stuff going on, and hopefully we're going to get back to more regular videos for 2025. But in this video, we want to look at a little invention here that GoPro introduced a couple of years back, which was the GoPro USB-C pass-through door. Now, for me, this was an excellent invention, and it was also good value for money. It basically was a weatherproof door you could attach to your camera when doing extended shoots, time lapses, night lapses, that type of thing. It came with a nice long USB-C cable, and because it had a built-in cable holder as well, that meant that your cable or the power supply wasn't hanging down and pulling on the GoPro USB-C port, which for me is very important because you don't want to damage that port. Well, it seems that GoPro have done it again because they have made something new. They have made this, the Contacto Door. Now, the Contacto Door is basically a magnetic charging door. We're going to take a look at this package. We're going to exactly see how it fits to the camera and what comes in the box and why this is actually a rather clever invention. So let's take a closer look. So this is the GoPro Contacto Door. As you can see, it says Contacto on it. That's how we know it's a Contacto Door. But what have we got going on here? Well, I'll tell you, there's some interesting things here, so let's get to it. So what's in this wonderful package? Well, first of all, we have the actual Contacto Door itself, and as you can see, it looks like a normal door there. It's got the silver contacts on the outside and a USB port on the inside. So that's what comes in here. We also have this adapter cable. If you have a Volta, this end attaches to the power cable of the Volta, and this end here plugs into that GoPro Contacto Door. We have a nice short cable, which is this one here, and this basically means if you want to plug directly into your PC and not have a bunch of wires hanging over the place, yeah, you would definitely use a short cable. But if you're doing an extended time lapse, or if your camera is further away from your PC, well, then GoPro have included this much longer cable as well. So that's basically 3 USB-C cables, all in them with the Contacto and the Contacto Door itself. So how does this all work? Well, it is rather simple. It attaches to the camera just like this. And there we have it. It is security on the GoPro. And you would basically plug in one end of your cable, which is this end here, into your power supply, and then the other end here just snaps on security like that. And that's magnetically joined there, so it's not coming off, but you can also easily take it off if you really want to. But yeah, it just lines up magnetically, snaps into place, and there you go. Now, there's some advantages and disadvantages to using this cable. So first of all, let's talk advantages. Now, obviously having this waterproof door, and it is waterproof, is absolutely fantastic, especially if you're doing an outside time lapse or night lapse or anything like that. All you have to do is mount your camera, snap the power cable on, there we go, and you're powering your camera via this Contacto cable, and everything is nice and weatherproof. I mean, ain't nothing getting in there. Now, people have said you can use this underwater. I can't swim. I'm not going to test it that way. Now, I reckon this is next level genius. I mean, GoPro have done it again. They've invented a door that's absolutely fantastic and useful. Not only that, it's compatible with the Hero 9, Hero 10, Hero 11, Hero 12, and the Hero 13. So this is a fantastic little accessory to get. I'm very impressed with it. But it does have one drawback and one really, really cool advantage, and I'm going to get into that now. Okay, so what's the drawback? Well, yeah, while that is lovely the way it just clips on like that, the fact that this ends in a USB-C cable, not absolutely great. Many laptops and PCs, they might not actually have USB-C ports on them. I mean, my own laptop here, state of the art, top notch, and it's only got like one USB-C port. So what that means, if you want to plug this into your PC, you're probably going to have to get like a splitter like I have. I've got one of those like 16 ports that you plug into the USB-C/Thunderbolt port, and it gives you 16 USB ports. Some of them are USB-C, some of them are the older type. And, you know, that's just kind of a little bit more expense you're going to have to go to if you actually want to use this with your laptop. Okay, one of the other things is that I couldn't actually get webcam mode to work with this. For webcam, I did have to revert back to the older USB-C cable, so I mean, it might not actually support webcam mode. That's a little bit disappointing. I mean, I don't know, who knows, maybe it's something that'll be fixed later on. I don't know. I don't know if there's any restriction on transfer speeds or anything like that. But yeah, so you won't be using it for webcam mode, I don't think. But having said that, it's not really the point. It's to actually give you a very quick, very simple way to charge your camera. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the disadvantage. But what's the really, really cool advantage that this has? Well, if you've ever played about with GoPro Labs, this is a new way to basically contact your camera and script. So one of my very favorite things about the GoPro camera is the ability to use the GoPro Labs firmware. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is Labs firmware that was programmed by GoPro themselves, and it basically unlocks hidden features of your camera, allows you to run scripts on your camera, do all sorts of really cool things. If you haven't heard of GoPro Labs, really, you need to look this up. I've got other videos on it. Please go and view them. But right now, what I'm going to do is we've gone onto the GoPro Labs firmware page here. I'm just going to input a command here that says shell equals 1 basically, and then I'm going to scan that with my camera. So just going to pick up my camera here and point it at that QR code, which just happens to be on the monitor over there. Okay, so I scanned that in, little tick box appears. So what does this do for me? Well, let's reattach this Contacto Door, put that back on. And now I'm going to do something really, really cool. I am going to open up a little terminal here. And this is it, the PUTTY terminal. Okay, so I've saved my settings from a previous session. So what I'm going to go do is load up my Hero 13 settings, just here at load. But if you just notice here, it's at COM5, it's at serial, and there's our speed. That's all you have to do, and then click on open. And this will start communicating with the GoPro. Just let it do a handshake and we shall see something interesting in a few seconds. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by typing in the simple command, quotation, DemonView, those quotations, and then I'm going to hit enter, but I want you to see what's going to happen when I do that. Let's switch camera and let's hit enter. And there we go. Wow, amazing. Now, you may be wondering what's the point of all this. Well, when it comes to scripting with the GoPro Labs, it can get a bit complicated. You can end up typing out some really rather extensive scripts, but it means you can actually program your camera directly using your PC. So when it comes to running those scripts, that's actually very handy. I mean, look at that. I can just actually switch the modes on the camera. Mode photo, mode video. And that's just using the console here. This does get more interesting when you're running more complicated scripts, because I want to show you something that's really cool here. And we're just going to switch back to the other camera. Because if we go to ChatGPT, there is the GoPro Labs script assistant. So we can ask our Labs assistant here, how do I script a time-lapse to start at 8:30 p.m. And it comes up that describes exactly what I'm trying to do. It has the command right here. And basically I can just get that, I can copy that, just do a copy and paste, and put that directly into our fella here, like so. Now, word of warning, if you do set up like a command for your camera to start recording at 8:30, the very first thing it's going to do is shut down your camera and not record until 8:30. So just be aware of what can happen when you're playing around with the scripts here. But you can do all sorts of things in these GoPro Labs scripts. I mean, you can actually set up some quite advanced scripts like how do I start my camera recording when I reach 30 miles an hour and stop when I reach 5 miles an hour, that type of thing. And yes, it will kind of sometimes make mistakes. It's not perfect, but as you start working with it and getting more used to the actual scripting code, you can write out some pretty amazing stuff, do extended time lapses, and have it generate all the code that you need, and then you just would go and paste it into your command here. And yeah, you can do some pretty cool stuff with the GoPro Labs. So I mean, that's a combination of using that Contacto Door. Now you can use the regular USB-C cable that comes with your GoPro, but having the Contacto Door option, it just makes it a lot easier to do. And that's one of the reasons I'm really impressed with this latest door by GoPro. Yeah, I'm sorry GoPro, yes, you have spent God knows countless hours researching, trying to make a great camera. And yet, I'm praising a door. Again. Yeah, but it's a handy door. I mean, like I said, when you think about it, basically, you can start, you know, charging your camera when doing a night lapse or whatever, and you don't even have to open up the camera. You can just slap that charging cable on the side of it. And that's pretty cool. Then on top of that, like I said, you can do the scripting features if you want to do that, and it just makes it so handy because all you have to do is attach or detach a cable, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff to be explored with this camera. Like I said, GoPro Labs is one of the best things you can install on your GoPro camera. It opens up some very powerful features that the competition just don't offer. So yeah, if there's one thing I'm going to recommend you get for your GoPro, it's one of those Contacto Doors. And the nice thing is this works, the Contacto Door works with the Hero 9, the 10, the 11, the 12 and the 13. Now, not all the GoPro Labs features are supported on the earlier cameras, but I do know the shell extension works with the Hero 13, and who knows, maybe it works with the 12 as well. I haven't tried it out yet, that's the thing. But yeah, this is absolutely fascinating. I love this feature, and it's something you should definitely try out. So if you found this video useful, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, cheerio. So people have asked me, why do I like making these videos? The fact is, I really enjoy helping troubleshoot people with issues they have with their cameras. I also enjoy doing reviews to help you decide whether or not a product is worth purchasing if it will suit you for your needs. Now, this does get pretty expensive and tiring, so if you want to help out with this channel, use the Buy Me a Coffee link down below. You can buy me a coffee, keep me caffeinated, I will keep me awake long enough to make these videos and hopefully include better jokes, and you can just use it as an excuse to say hi or thanks for these videos. So hey, buy me a coffee, keep me awake.